Hello, beautiful people. It's Cori Dantini. I'm here today to discuss with you my new fabric collection called Well, I'll Be. It's with Free Spirits, 14 SKUs this time, so it's pretty big, bright, and colorful. I'm just going to get straight to it because it's a big collection. This is based on a series of paintings I did a gazillion years ago that ended up turning into a sweet little Kleenex box. But this was like my first really big job, so this work holds a special spot for me, or a special place in my heart is, I guess, a better way to talk about it. So I'm pretty excited to bring this to life and to be able to share it with the world. It was a hugely popular box. This is just a quick little story. So you'd go to the store to look for the box so that maybe I could have some of my own, and there would never be boxes there, but the Kleenex aisle spot where all those little square boxes would be just torn apart, and it would be every other box but mine. So people liked my box and they would get in there and they would grab it, and they would grab all of them. I feel like it was really a challenge to find the box. So I don't know, maybe once upon a time you had one of those boxes. You were lucky enough to find it. Anyway, so I was excited to revisit the owl and to make some new work based on it and think about it in a new way as a repeating pattern, and it was a little bit challenging and really fun to design. And I think that your fellow seamstresses and quilters are going to have a really good time with this collection. I'm just going to get straight to it and show you the pieces. I don't want to bore you to tears. So the first one is flyers. This is a fun one. It's a rotational piece, so things move all around. And there's a nice little textural background with a modified dot on it that follows the shape of the birds. So it sort of gives this sense of motion. It's really quite lovely how that one turned out. We have a night owl, which is a cute little yellow owl sitting in the night sky with flowers. We've got a clean owl toss. This is beautiful, sort of smaller piece. It's a wonderful scale, I think, for small people clothing, like a little dress or a skirt or a pair of pants, romper. It would be the cutest. Now for a slightly bigger scale, we have the owl pals. Owl pals, that's a mouthful. We've got a purple background, 2 pink owls and some nice orange. It's really bright and colorful. It'll be a cool bag, pillowcase, pillow, you name it. All right, we have our traditional square. It's 4 across. I believe they are 10 inches each. So there's 4: orange, pink, purple, and green. Then we have a classic floral by me. A little more bright and festive this time on a blue border. Rainbow dotty. So this is fun, pattern on pattern. So there's a weave in there, and then there's a polka dot laying on top of it. This is just the yummiest, if you ask me. We've got a really beautiful wood grain piece. This about killed me, I'm not kidding. It took me ages to get that to line up. Sometimes I'm a little floored by how much time I spend trying to make things just perfect. All right, then we have a owl tile, which is a 4x4 square, all different colors and patterns. This is really quite lovely and fun. You could just sew in the ditch here, and it would be a super easy, fast quilt to make, or a nice back to a lovely, heavily quilted piece, or pieced quilt, I guess would be the way. You can tell I don't sew. Anyways, one of these days, I figure I'm going to retire and I'm going to quilt or knit or do something wonderful with my hands that's different than drawing. Let's see what that is. The future will tell us. This is called I'll Be in the Trees, and it's a lovely stripe filled with leafy branches and the owls. Then we have Hello Night, which is like little cubby holes in the tree holding the various owls and one little squirrel. Got a ditzy here. It's much pinker than it looks. The light is a little funny today. It's Garden Floral is the name of this one. It's very sweet. And then we have Rainbow Floral. Now I really love this one. This one is bright and colorful, really clean lines. This would be the coolest little dress. it would be a wonderful block in a quilt. I don't know, I love it. And then last but not least is our very traditional, if you know my work, I always have either like a large panel and a small panel, and this is the small panel, and it is with 4 different owls. And then those bright little blocks at the bottom. We've taken away the little seam that runs down, so the cutting is easier now. So I think that was a little smart change. All right, so that's it. Those are the 14 pieces. I cannot wait to see what you and your people make. I'm sure it will be glorious and very exciting for me. I say it every single time I talk about my fabric. The very best part of what I do is seeing what other people make with what I make. I can't even begin to tell you what a blessing it is to see it, and how surprising it is, and all the different ways, the takes on it. Like sometimes it's very sweet and very traditional, and then other times it's super modern, which I just love. I just love to see what everybody's brain does with it. So that said, I hope that your people adore it as much as I do, because man, does this thing make my heart happy. All right, people, have a wonderful fall, and I'll see you real soon to share my Halloween and Christmas collection. Bye.